Hi guys, Ben Stager here. Canadian Entertainment Podcast. You see the sign. As you can hear by my voice, I'm a little sick this week. The pod's a little late, but I actually invited my buddies, Hilarity Strikes, great Canadian sketch troupe. Some say the next KIH, KITH, for those who want the extra brownie points. Gluten-free, of course. Now, these guys are going to give you a clinic on the state of comedy, the state of the world, and the state of... We truly live in a mental... we live in a crazy town we call Earth. Let's hear from the three boys, the three men. They defy generations. They're... You're going to want to watch the video version because they look good, too. Give it up for Hilarity Strikes, Canadian Entertainment Podcast. I'll be back next week. Ciao.
Yeah.
Have to. Tall. Okay. So we're recording, eh?
Yeah, we're in here.
So this is what it feels like to podcast.
Yeah, this is it, buddy.
Why do I feel like Mark Maron right now?
Yes. No. This is Mark Maron wishes he could do this.
I love his glasses.
Yeah, no, he's he's old hipster, eh?
Yes, Montreal style,
Yeah,
right?
a lot of people talk about, when you think hipster, you think young, old hipsters. We're at a point in time now where there's hipsters.
Where hipsters are getting old, yeah.
Kind of funny.
Well, I'm ready for the time when you go to a retirement home and the retirees will be wearing skinny jeans with toques that barely cover their head and they're all listening to MGMT.
Yes.
Why can I totally picture that?
Yes, they're going to have 2010 indie night. Is that funny to think about? Sleeve tattoos. There's going to be old people with sleeve tattoos. They're just, No. Think about it.
That's crazy. And then, of course, the retirement home, all they serve is PBR probably.
Yes.
Right? Can you imagine?
Fuck, do not make me jizz my pants.
Yes. And it will be funny, the amount of insoles for Blundstones that they will need.
I think there's going to be an overhaul on that. And
then it will probably come back around records. They're popular now. And probably they'll become out of style, and then they'll become popular again and out of style. All I say is, if anyone there is collecting vinyl, just hold on to it. Don't throw it away.
Well, you just got me thinking. Are MP3 players going to make a comeback?
Oh, yes, they will be.
They will be. You think?
They will be, yeah.
You're a tech guy.
I absolutely think MP3 players are going to make a comeback. And I think that is actually going to hurt artists like us because MP3 players come back, downloading comes back, and
hello Napster.
Those were horrible years for me.
Bad years, man. I sided with Metallica.
Yeah, I did too, man.
No shit, hit the fan, man.
I did
Seriously.
too. I cut out a lot of people that were file sharing. I just thought it was absolutely despicable. I was on Lars's side as well. So
like with seriously, I treat it like kind of like the vaccine and all that stuff. Like I cut off family members who torrented. I
remember I had my sister. I found out that she downloaded think it was Taylor Swift's love story.
No.
She did YouTube to MP3.
No.
And I kicked her out.
Thank
I kicked
you.
her out of our
Thank you.
family home.
You know what?
So there is a happy ending.
You know what?
yeah,
Part of me
exactly.
does blame Taylor a little bit because when you start writing songs with the title "You Belong to Me," well, some of your listeners are going to think, "Well, this is mine. This is
Okay.
mine. I own it now."
I can just
right?
walk into HMV and take the CD because this belongs to me.
Dude, that is a fascinating take, dude. I actually haven't even
Well,
thought of that.
it's what I think of, man. You know what? I always liked I like the curly hair. It's so weird when it went straight with her. I just found that.
Yeah, and I'm sorry, red lipstick, girl, not your shade.
No,
Sorry.
no.
Well, and I don't know about you. I'm feeling 22. That song isn't going to age great. What are you going to be singing that when you're 60?
No.
Not gonna play the same. No. And I guess if you always want a younger audience, sure, maybe.
I could see that side. I mean, it's a good point what you make. You want to keep things young.
No, dude, it's I mean, it's debatable, right? It's debatable,
Absolutely.
honestly. Yeah, but so thank you.
So this is just a cold open. We're Hilarity Strikes. We're a sketch troupe from Canada, and we've taken over the Canadian Entertainment Podcast.
Woo, we crashing this bitch.
We are just are here to talk comedy and just this is what podcasts are about, talking comedy. So we thought we'd live it up, this Canadian Entertainment Podcast, and just do whatever.
Do whatever we want.
Do whatever we want, right?
Yeah, it's kind of like watching Much Music late at night. You know, and you're like, oh my
yeah.
god,
It's
and then
such a throwback to
kind
that.
of like the VJs are just like sitting on speakers, just kind of like talking, being like, "Oh man, the new Radiohead out," or whatever.
It is it is so crazy that back in the day, the Much Music or whatever, so that's Canada's MTV, they had the budget for a hot tub in the studio for Ed the Sock.
Yep. And do we remember the flaming Christmas trees that they would throw out of the window?
I think that was horrible for the environment.
Yeah. Well, I know you're a tree planter in the
I am a
summers.
tree planter, yes. I tree plant in Winnipeg. I
It's a good way to
do.
make some cash.
It is actually
is. And like, honestly, like the people you meet are pretty chill
Lots of
too.
free
Yeah.
thinkers, right? I've met a lot of free thinkers, and it has very influenced my style of comedy. And I just go up there with nothing a lot of the times, and I just really just on stage, I just kind of reiterate conversations I've had on the tree planting farm in Winnipeg, and audiences love it.
They respond to it. So what is the sketch scene like in the tree planting areas?
I've heard it's
of
not
Winnipeg?
bad, honestly.
It's honestly like pretty decent.
It's
right?
really good. Lots of Christmas themed sketch trips,
okay.
right?
Yeah, that
because
makes sense.
Comes with the territory.
Because I always play at Evergreens, no matter what. Even if the company says we're doing balsam or whatever, I always bring evergreen seeds. Even nowadays, I always bring evergreens wherever I go. Even on my walk here, evergreens, seeds in the ground. Because the thing is like those are actually built to last. They never die, right? A fantastic tree, fantastic
It's the
tree.
lungs of the world.
You're creating something. You come back in 100 years, boom.
It's still there.
It's going to be there. It's going to be thriving.
It's funny that you
joy,
mentioned
too.
that you're a tree planter because I don't know how we've never talked about this. I am a volunteer forest fighter.
Oh my
And
gosh.
firefighter in the summers. I forgot
Wow.
to tell you guys this. Yeah.
That's
So you're my
amazing, dude.
hero.
You are a hero.
So this
Yeah.
is essentially like if I was talking to Peter Parker, for example. Like if he was on because you are my hero. You're
yeah. Well, thank you for saying that. Yeah.
I didn't know you two did this. I start controlled fires. So I actually,
okay.
So, you know, in BC and stuff, sometimes you have to start a controlled fire, you know.
Yeah.
And then, so that's interesting. We're in this
That's
universe.
so cool.
Yeah. We've been writing together for what? How long have we been writing together?
Almost 30 years.
30 years, yeah. 30 years.
There was 30. So yeah, we started
On and
30
off-
years.
on and off.
Around
There's a
94,
time.
You
right?
broke
Yeah.
up, right?
You know, it all
I don't know
came.
if you want to talk about the breakup at some point.
We will
will,
talk
yeah.
about it, but I mean, the beginning's a good place to start because 94, right? We were all. What it was just out of university, right? And and we were all really hit by Kurt's death, eh?
Yeah. Well,
That
I
was huge. Yeah.
so
that
you-
was massive.
And I went back to university, so I was 40
Yeah.
graduating. I went back for my second diploma in creative writing. Cheers. Cheers to stout to that.
Yeah.
And that's when I met you two.
yes.
Yeah, but it was on the day of on the day of Kurt's death, we said we all went to the University of Seattle, right, at the time, right?
Had to. It has the best creative writing program.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
And we all just, so everyone was really upset with Kurt's death. And we said, how can we make these people happy, right?
Okay. The world is in shambles right now.
He was a poet. And I think that, you know, like you might not see the connection between what he was doing and comedy, but for us, it was getting in the face of authority.
Yep.
And we all went through, like our families all came from families of divorce.
Yes.
And so did he. And that was a big influence on him. And it was a big influence on us and the sort of comedy that we create.
I'm actually happy his parents got divorced, because imagine if they stayed together, we might not have had, you know, these amazing
Some of these
records.
songs, right?
So,
And
you
like,
know,
it's crazy, you know, it was really hard for us all to be children of divorce, because it was frowned upon when Kurt's parents got divorced around like the 60s or whatever.
gosh,
but when our parents got divorced,
it was like the 40s. Yeah, it was World War II. My parents got divorced. Yeah.
Sorry, I laugh to cope, right? I laugh to cope with it. It's just,
well,
it
if
was
you're not
hard.
laughing, you're crying. And it was 1943.
Well, honestly, it was in the age, like I remember my mother wanted a divorce and she couldn't. That just literally wasn't legal at that time. Right?
You couldn't. Hands were tied.
Yeah, hands were tied, and it was it was horrible.
It's different times, man.
It's changed a lot.
And the thing is, yes, it made Kurt better and it made us better, but it also hurt a lot. So anyone I know divorced in my life, I immediately cut them out. I immediately cut them out.
Toxic.
It's yes, it'll make your kid a better artist, but at what cost, right?
Well, that's like the thing with me and my wife, where she brings up divorce a lot, and I say, yeah, sure, our kids, like they could become great artists, but I don't want to. I like her. I want her.
I know, right?
Yeah, so that's the balance that I have, where I'm like,
well, I
divorced. Or
well, it's also in your DNA too. If you come from divorce, it's in your genetics. Because I have been divorced 4 times now.
Wow.
And I'm done. Some people are just meant to be lone soldiers, and that's me, and I've come to terms with it. But it's like if you come from a divorced home, I'm sorry, it's really hard.
But the interesting thing,
this was pretty recent though, right? Yeah. A couple weeks ago,
a couple weeks ago was the number 4, the big 4, and she ended it. But I just said, you know what, I'm done. Me and my dog. I'm just gonna write sketches with my buddies. I'm actually living here. In the space.
Oh, sweet. Didn't know that.
No. So that's the bucket and the sleeping bag over there.
Oh, nice.
That's me. I put it in the corner.
There is a bathroom here. You don't have to.
Yeah, but it's actually for showering. It's
okay.
Yeah, I dunk it and I put the sponge over my head.
Old school.
That's what the tarp's
It's good
for as
for
well.
you, right?
Yeah. And so I'm just gonna fuck. I'm just gonna get my fuck on.
Oh,
brat summer.
Oh, it's still there's okay. There's a couple days left.
Fall, hey.
I know.
Let's extend it. Fuck it. Like,
I agree with you.
Decade. Why?
Why
summer?
Why stop? Yeah.
Charlie's great. I don't understand what she's saying at the time, but
I don't
she's
get it. But
interesting.
She's
sexy. It's cool.
Am I saying something crazy right now? She may be Cobain of the Gen Z kids.
Well, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
I think so.
I hope that she's
okay. So I thought right.
Now here's the interesting fact about Charlie XCX, which is gonna blow your mind.
Okay, let me hear it.
Searched up when she's born. I love your take on this, but technically she's a millennial, right?
Oh,
did you know about that?
Okay,
all right.
I didn't know this. Is she in the later end of millennial, or where is she, beginning or end? Because it's big.
This is a good question, right?
What is she, a 94, 95?
Crazy. So just as we were getting into sketch, she was being born. I feel like there's a parallel.
So I think she's born actually 95, which is my oldest grandchild. So that's kind of interesting. Yeah,
wow.
My grandchild's the same age as Charlie XCX.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So I'm getting,
what's their take on it? Are they a fan?
Love it. Yep, they relate to it. Her and her friends are always dancing in the basement to the Brad album. It's nice, they dress up. So I wish they would wear a little more. But do your thing.
People do what they do, right?
Yeah, I remember being young, man.
It's such a different world.
Why can't you have a Brad Summer in a sensible dress that covers your legs,
I thought about
that.
or
I say,
just a
sweetie,
sweater and
What
jeans.
happened to the ballroom gown?
Ballroom
Yeah,
gown.
it's classy.
I'll ask.
Do you remember when people go to the movies? Remember when I was 20, we would go to the movies and you would wear a tuxedo.
Well, no fun.
Like taking popcorn.
I hate to. The fun fact about this, but it's kind of a sad fact. But that trend started after what happened, of course, to Bruce Wayne's parents, right?
May they rest in peace.
Yep.
May they rest in
some
peace.
people say that. Some people say that. Don Henley talks about the day music died, but that's the day class died for me, right?
Yes.
When Martha and Bruce and was it Kevin?
Did they ever catch the killers?
I don't.
Well, in some
know.
of the comics they did, but there's actually a few timelines, right?
There's a few. Well, depends what author
right,
you're
yeah,
talking
yeah.
about. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, it goes all over the place.
Are you kidding me? I did not know DC did multiverse too. I thought that was strictly a MCU thing.
Really? You haven't been following? DC did the multiverse first, and they did it better, as far as I'm concerned.
No, Marvel is just doing DC. Yeah.
Oh,
they're
that's
one
a
step ahead of
controversial take, right? Like you could get your ass kicked perhaps for that take.
I've lost friendships as well.
Oh yeah, I've lost major friendships. I've lost relationships just for even saying that. Like Penguin could kick Thanos' ass.
Yep,
I hate to say it, but it's true.
My third
The villains
divorce
are way better.
was my wife loves Spawn, and I said, "Holy shit! Don't even bring up what's that company called? That's
Dark Horse,
Dark Horse.
right?
Don't even
Dark
talk
Horse.
Dark Horse because I don't give a fuck."
Wow.
And she swore by it. And
know
I
what?
said, it's DC or bust, sweetie.
You know what I say whenever anyone says anything about Dark Horse comics? I say, well, they got the bid on Star Wars.
Come on.
They got the bid on Star Wars.
Come on.
So
Oh,
obviously
yeah.
they had the trust of George Lucas was running the show back then. They had the trust of George. So I say, no, Dark Horse wins the battle because Star Wars was trusted by them. Now, of course, Star Wars now is an absolute abomination by the mouse.
A dumpster fire that should be put out immediately.
Yeah, no, it is. It's a gong show. It is a gong show. It is an absolute gong show. I just
Pathetic.
I don't.
Pathetic.
Yeah, I've actually tried to compartmentalize what's going on because it makes me sick. It actually makes me violently.
It's like, George, did you need the paycheck that badly?
Yeah, well, you had to get one other pool in your mansion.
Yeah, seriously?
Like,
So do you like what they did to your baby? Yeah.
yeah.
That's what I thought.
I called up Disney Plus, the customer service line, and I just screamed.
Yeah.
At the woman, they're saying, "What the fuck have you done with Star Wars?
fuck is this
You fucked it up."
shit?
Ever since Disney bought it, right? And don't get me wrong, I'm a Disney
yeah.
fan. I go to Disney
Love
World.
Disney.
I go to Disney World twice a year.
You're there all the
right?
time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I go for Christmas and then I go for Easter as well. But it's like what they did was insane.
Well,
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, this must hit you two especially hard because you guys were both co-writers on the original trilogy, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So that's actually how we met. So we met
initially we
there,
met.
and then we met in university.
Yeah.
Well,
that's-
we wrote those and we went back to school for
Yeah.
That was our
creative
kind of
writing.
our
Yeah.
submission to
Yeah.
get into uni.
Yeah.
Was I was co-writer on Return.
Yep.
Yeah, I actually came up with the name Return of the Jedi. Just kind of came to me in a dream. And George was a good guy, man. Funny.
He was chill. He
Yeah.
was chill.
Great
He was
sense of
fucking
humor.
funny. He was
Very open to a lot of things.
collaboration.
And you know what? Not a lot of people know this, but he got a bit of an addiction to ADD medication. And that's where you get the Jar Jar. That's where you get the episode 2, the 3. And, he might have fallen off. I think he's good now. We don't talk. We're not in touch anymore.
We're
But
just overly medicated, right? I really don't think that a lot of these people
Whole
that say they have
society.
ADHD, that have ADD,
No.
they really don't.
No.
It's because the doctors they want
Well,
they
they-
want to sell you medicine.
paycheck.
It's a business. It's a paycheck. Yeah,
and
ultimately.
I think ADD is awesome. I think it's like
It makes you
Yeah,
very
it gets you
creative.
creative.
Imagine Bart Simpson on ADHD medication. You would not have a show.
the show would be boring. Imagine Jesse Pinkman on ADHD medication.
no.
So we have the most boring sidekick of all time. These are the characters that we love, and if we medicate them, we lose their personality.
It literally turns our favorite people, our favorite characters into zombies. And low-key, that's kind of awesome, but at the same time, it's
Save it for
it's
Zombieland,
not-
I say.
Yeah, it's
Like, that's good in certain cases.
Can you imagine Stitch being on like Ritalin?
No.
Stitch is maybe one of the greatest characters coming out of Disney, and he's hyper. And it's like, we like hyper. Hyper is good. Sure, he probably can't focus on, when he does his taxes or...
That's once a year.
I know.
The rest of the time, he can just let Stitch be Stitch.
Fuck off, man. Fuck off.
I saw this picture on Instagram of Stitch with a pink Stitch. It was kind of his girlfriend.
Wow.
I don't remember if that was in the original movie, but I saw it. I thought it was kind of cool.
I don't know if I fuck with that.
Well,
really? Why
I don't know
not?
if I do. It rubs me the wrong way a little bit. It's Lilo and Stitch.
It's Lilo, but
I don't want Lilo to be in a third wheel. I'm sorry. It's my favorite Disney movie.
Well, Lilo has her sister, right?
Yeah.
Her sister
Oh,
has a
she
sister.
does,
So
yes.
They could all hang out. And before they could go plenty of like 4 people activities.
This is why I got to get in the writer's room. It's just make it simple, please.
But you know what is so interesting that I just wanted to bring up with you guys? Did you know that back in the day that pink actually used to be a boy's color?
Okay.
Fuck.
I'm
Really?
not even kidding you.
Sell me on that.
Well, it used to be
So Barbie would have been a lot different.
it would have been a lot different.
Yes.
It would have been a different summer.
Back in the day, that movie would have been called Ken, right? It would have been called Ken.
That is fascinating to hear.
Yeah, so actually, pink back in the day used to be a sign of royalty. So a lot of the famous kings, like Good King Wenceslas from the Christmas Carol, they wore pink, and then somehow that's why I think there's a glitch in the Matrix.
Oh, yeah.
That's why I
That's
think there's a
probably what
glitch in the
it is.
Matrix.
That's
That's
what
why
it
I think
is.
we're on a totally different timeline. Like,
Yeah.
our lives are literally like Spider-Man Back From Home. We are in a multiverse, and I want to bring that up with y'all.
Yeah. John Mulaney's the pig or something like that, right?
Yeah. That'd be good. John Mulaney's he's low-key funny.
He's
got some good
low-key funny.
ideas.
Great writer.
You know what?
Yeah.
I just look back at my childhood, and I'm so happy he's a dad now, and I like, why couldn't he have been my dad? You guys have probably had the same
I've
thought,
had the
right?
exact same thought. If I could go back and do it all
Why
again,
couldn't he
would
be my
love
dad?
Olivia Munn,
Yeah.
mom, John
Best
Mulaney,
parents
dad.
ever.
Yeah.
Best pair. I'd be such a funny household too.
Yeah.
And just like,
Always cracking each other
always
up.
cracking stuff, but that you would be part of his act.
Yeah.
Just know that.
you couldn't say anything about
how
being
our
part-
kids are in our sketches.
Yeah.
They act for us sometimes, eh?
Absolutely.
They play sketch players, our
Yeah.
children.
Well,
It's
you
fun.
had a very successful family YouTube channel for a while, right?
Yeah. Well, my daughters, they don't like me saying this, but Mary Kate and Ashley Olsen.
Yeah.
Those are my little girls. They are the youngest. I put them on Full House. And we
Oh.
kind of took off from there. And then my other kid, Logan Paul.
Oh.
Okay, yeah. So they've
Yeah.
had some good success. I
Decent.
forgot if I told you, my kids are Zach and Cody from Sweet Life.
Okay, it's
Oh.
based on
and,
that.
and Sweet Life and On Deck as well.
So
yeah.
they're the real ones. So it's
Yes.
based. I didn't know it was a biopic.
So they changed it because they have a single mom
Right.
in the show,
You-
a
okay.
singer.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
Really, it was me. I was a
You
single
lived in a
dad with a
hotel.
comedian. I lived in a hotel, yeah. Yeah, just the Fairmount, just downtown. It was
Fancy.
pretty awesome. It
Whoa.
was fancy.
Fancy pants.
And I would do shows in the lobby, and then that paid for the room. It was actually a good hack. Any comedians who were looking to save on rent, that's a
Sorry,
good hack.
the mom was a lounge singer, so they changed that for TV because there's some
Well, my act is dirty.
Oh yeah,
right? It's
exactly.
dirty.
Well,
It's
so
Disney. Let's not slap them on the wrist. We know what it is. It's Disney.
Yeah,
Disney's Disney.
Disney's
But
Disney.
I did make a cameo in the episode where London Tipton is drunk driving and kills a pedestrian. That was me. I was the pedestrian
So
that died.
I remember
Yeah, so,
this. I remember this. You killed it.
Literally
You killed it. Yeah,
Literally.
yeah, truly,
Well,
literally.
I guess she killed me, but yeah.
She killed you. You were very funny in that. It's a dark
Yeah.
episode.
It's
Yeah,
very
it's- yeah,
dark.
I like that they
dark.
went there.
They went there. They're not afraid to go there.
No, the writers are great. I know the writers.
got
are
out of,
a
I think she
lot-
got out of it on like a technicality, like manslaughter. It wasn't technically murder in
Well,
the
that's
show.
very
reality. So it was kind of a
similar
cool
to life
legal
in many
lesson.
ways.
Yeah.
You know. I mean, you guys both spent time being crown attorneys for a couple of years, right?
a little bit.
Yeah, as a side gig. Yeah,
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah, just a little bit here and there. I got a little too. It's too much work. No, not enough play.
So, but you
So I had to
guys,
get out.
yeah. I mean, I remember you guys. You started reading some of the Batman comics early on, and you guys were both inspired by Harvey Dent, right? To
we were,
become
yeah.
crown
Yeah, we
attorneys.
loved Harvey Dent. Yeah, he was like kind of a hero in my. Actually, just over there, you guys can't see it, but there's a giant picture of Harvey Dent on the wall, and he's got his finger out, and I go, it's time to go in. Let's
I
dance.
considered doing the Two-Face thing.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, just for fun.
Just for fun.
Just to be different, because I feel like you book a lot commercial agents and casting agencies, they look for like people with distinct looks, right? So I was thinking maybe I did Two-Face, and then if there was a Two-Face tie-in with like I could get that role.
Yeah.
But I didn't, you know what? The thing for me in the legal system was once I worked my way up to judge, it was long hours, and I was doing so many shows
While
at
doing
night
comedy,
and stuff.
yeah, it's tough.
And I remember this one time
Really?
I was judging. I had to give a verdict, guilty or innocent, and I actually fell asleep in court.
That's not a good look, buddy.
And then I looked myself in the mirror and I said, "I'm quitting. I'm going to try to do full comedy full time."
So you were. That's amazing. I love that.
I
That's an
didn't end
amazing
up working
story.
out, but yeah.
But that was. Oh yeah, that was during OJ times. That was the.
Well, yeah, that was the OG trial. Yeah.
You were on the jury, weren't you?
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, you were on the
I was
show
the
we
swing vote.
initially,
Actually,
man.
I was the swing vote.
Okay.
See, you know what? That was when they started televising trials like that, and you know what? People don't remember me, but I like to say, I believe this. We're actually in touch a lot, but if it wasn't for me and my swing vote, there would be no Ken Bone, right? The red shirt.
Yeah, did
Ken Bone, the red shirt.
That is so
He influenced a lot of your guys' comedy, right? Ken Bone.
A little bit, here and there.
yeah,
Yeah.
I would
Not as
say
much
so.
as you'd think, but a little bit.
A lot of it's parallel thought.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
We were
I would
actually.
say I watched his stuff and I liked his stuff, but I wouldn't say I was influenced by it.
Oh.
Yeah. Well, he did influence a bit. We wrote that one sketch where we're just kind of like driving in a car, and we just show up at this party, right?
Oh yes.
Yeah, I think it was called Party of Three or something.
Party
like
of Three.
that.
Yeah.
You
so
want to do a little?
Oh yeah, let's do it.
Do a little. We haven't done this in years.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
So open on two driver, passenger, someone in the passenger seat, and someone in the back seat. We didn't have character names.
yeah. So this is kind of our signature sketch. So
here it is.
okay. Change the radio station.
Really? What? You don't like Sloan?
No, well, I do. I do. I appreciate them when I want to, but I'm like, I only like listening to them when I'm in the Maritimes because that's where they're from.
You are the pickiest backseat passenger I've ever met in my time.
Not only are you a
Fine.
backseat driver, but you're a backseat DJ.
Fine. Okay, Beyonce. Any problems with this?
Well, I typically thought Michelle and Kelly did a better take. I love it. I love the new soul thing they're kind of do, but Beyonce, she got too cocky, right, with fame. So no, change the channel once again.
Okay.
Can you put on some XM? I really think XM is the
Fine.
new thing.
Okay,
Fine. XM, classic rock station. The Beatles. You
station.
can't complain about the Beatles, can you?
Well, I could say they didn't utilize Ringo enough, and they never gave George Preston or Billy Preston or George Martin or Bill. I messed up a line. George Martin.
Oh, he's breaking. He's breaking. Hold on, keep it together. Here's where we always break.
Sorry.
We always break.
Line. Oh,
Okay.
sometimes we have a director there. Yes, we had a director. But sorry, I meant they never gave George Martin or Billy Preston his due. Now, let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Since we had George Martin and Billy Preston, why is there always talk about the fifth Beatle, but never the sixth? Go on.
Okay, and this is where we turn it to Howard Stern. Okay, no more music. We just do talk radio now. And he's interviewing Bradley Cooper. Very cool.
Listen. Oh, looks like we're at the party house.
Oh, here we are.
Okay, parking brake. This is my car, after all.
Yes, and you have DUI.
Why are you bringing that up?
And that's where the sketch ends.
Kind of blackout.
Yeah, it was kind of we.
It's of its time, you know.
Yeah,
XM radio was
I
taking
just
off.
launched.
But wait, we love. This was kind of our signature. We like leaving our sketches open ended, right?
open-ended.
Like kind of
So
like.
you fill in the blanks and
Yeah.
you find out where it ends.
Sketch SNL never utilizes.
they
on
never
that.
did
I like
that.
it.
I like it open ended.
Fade
Slow, we always do a slow fade with the lights.
Fade.
Well,
Should we do another one of our sketches?
I would love to.
yeah. What you guys pick? I don't know. I can't.
What about
too many.
worst first date ever?
Worst first date ever. Do you want to do the first one, second, or third? Because there's 3 volumes.
Well, let's do volume 2, but
Okay.
let's do the 2005 Redux.
Okay.
You guys remember
Yeah,
that?
I do remember that. Yeah.
I play Lenny, right?
Yeah, you play
okay.
Lenny.
Yeah, I can do that.
All
right. Okay. So what's the name of this again?
This is the worst first date
Worst
ever.
first date
2000, volume 2, 2005
I
Redux.
play
when
Lenny.
we did
Okay, and this is where
Lenny, I'll play Catherine.
You're
And well, we know my role. I'll
Yes.
announce it.
So this is where lights go up and we are in the middle of a jungle. Yes.
In the middle
Okay.
of a
Okay.
Really? You couldn't have just taken me to Jack Astor's?
Oh my God! But you said, baby, I don't know what to eat, and so I brought you to the jungle where we can climb trees and get our own bananas. Oh my gosh!
It is me, King Kong.
Why is King Kong smaller than us?
Well, because have you ever heard of drinking coffee stunts your growth?
Okay, so we got Java Baby Kong. Okay,
Yeah.
I don't think we're gonna get killed here.
Take me out of the jungle right this instant. I
Oh,
would
well,
much rather
actually-
stay home and just have a
Oh,
glass
sorry.
of red wine and dark chocolate.
Well, good thing I have a teleporter device. I am actually I'm a Magic Kong.
Oh,
So I'm King Kong's brother that is also named King. Our parents were hippies kind of, so they both named us King. And I have a teleportation device that could take us anywhere, whatever time we want to do.
I pick a all-inclusive resort in the Bahamas.
Okay.
That'd be awesome.
All
for a
right,
date.
let's go. Beep, beep, beep. Shh. Here we are.
Whoa! All right, I like this.
I could get used to this.
Isn't this cool?
Whoa, look at that. Whoa, there's a surfer dude. Do you want to learn how to surf?
Yeah.
Sure.
Okay.
Dude. Oh, sorry. I actually punched in the wrong thing.
No.
This is actually the Bahamas in the Marvel universe. So that's actually the Silver Surfer.
Oh.
And you guys are, that's actually him.
Is he bad guy or good guy? Well, depends on the universe.
Depends. Jack Kirby made him bad, but Alex Ross made him good.
Okay. So, yeah. Okay.
Oh,
so,
look, there's Spider-Man.
hey, Spidey. Whoa. And you say I don't take you anywhere special. So that's kind of it's a nice ending, right? So do you see what we did there?
Sweet ending.
Where we start off with a conflict.
Yep.
We're arguing as a couple.
Introduce the stakes. Kong.
Introduce the stakes, Kong, time machine, and then by the end they are in a happy place, and
resolved.
all is great.
Okay,
That's a sign of a good sketch.
You know what? I know you guys hate doing this one, but sometimes I just have to be spontaneous, put you on the spot, because sometimes when you don't like doing something, you get a lot of comedy out of it. But can we please do Golfers Are Us?
Yeah.
Can we do Golfers Are Us?
That's the sketch I used to do when I was younger, and I was a little more.
I know.
I'm a little
There's
more-
a lot of physicality, right?
Yeah, but okay,
So
Golfers Are Us. We can try.
Okay.
So we're doing the 2011
we're doing the 2011 with the rewrite.
With the rewrite, yes.
With the rewrite.
The rewrite of the ending or the rewrite of the beginning?
It's the rewrite of the beginning with the added Psycho Cat,
Psycho Cat.
middle portion.
chunk.
middle
Okay.
portion, fourth draft, I want to say. Yeah.
Okay. I got it in my head.
Okay.
This is Golfers Are Us.
Okay. Oh. Okay. And we light up and we're at Golfers Are Us. Hey, welcome to Golfers Are Us. Thank you for coming in.
Hey, whoa. You got everything
stuff.
here.
Yeah, we have golf clubs, we have golf balls, and we have golfers. I would buy you if I could, right? If we could sell you guys, we would.
Okay, and I think that's illegal in many, many countries.
Well, not, but not in Russia.
Oh, well, good thing we're not in Russia.
Yes.
Yes, we're just in Beverly Hills.
Beverly
Hills.
That's where I want to be. Give me,
living in Beverly Hills.
Oh, great. Now we owe Rivers Cuomo, what, $500?
Yeah, but he's a good fuck, so it's fine.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Wait, sorry. How much is this golf club?
It looks great.
It's shiny and covered in
Oh,
diamonds.
that golf club? Yeah, that golf club's not for sale.
No.
What?
Well, I don't care. Give me a price. I'll pay it.
Well, it might be a little out of your price range.
Nothing's out of our price range. We're two of the richest golfers this side of the hills.
Seriously.
Oh, yeah. Oh, I recognize you guys.
Feels nice.
Tiger Woods and Phil Mickelson?
Yes. Die in your presence.
Well, it might be out of your price range because that was actually the golf club used in Caddyshack.
Well, I just noticed that the top comes off and it turns into a gun. So give me all your fucking money, bitch.
Try me.
Okay. 3, 2.
Unleashing Psycho Cat. Got him.
You turned against me.
Matrix moment.
Oh, red pill or blue pill? Red pill or blue pill?
Oh, whichever's sweeter.
Oh my
Candy addiction.
God.
Oh, sure. And now we're in Willy Wonka's chocolate factory.
Willy Wonka.
The walls are edible.
It's everything except for that wall. That was actually dog poo. Just kidding. Bernie's Bots flavored beans were actually, yes. Remember? Bernie Bots?
It is I, Willy Wonka. I've brought you here for a test.
I hate that.
Don't go in the chocolate fountain, and if you do, you'll die.
For real? But
It looks so delicious, I know.
Okay, and what if I say I'll never do it? Psych cannonball!
He was a good kid, wasn't he?
I am so nervous right now around you.
Well, good luck, because you won the test. Oh, Charlie, you were the only one who didn't take all the candy, and you were good. So now I'm leaving the factory in your name.
Freeze. Solo monologue.
Hi, my name is Charlie, and being named Charlie and also owning a golf store named Golfers R Us wasn't the career path my parents wanted me to go in, because my parents wanted me to be a chocolatier like Willy Wonka, but I said I will not be a chocolatier. I will open a golf club store, and they will be the best golf club store of all time.
Oh, we all wake up in a 3-person bed. It was just a dream.
And wait a second, we're all bears, and who's sleeping in our bed? Goldilocks!
Go out of there!
you stupid bitch! And scene. Lights slowly fade, and that is my favorite version of Golfers R Us.
And how's your
Unleashing
back?
the Psycho Cat felt really great.
The Psycho Cat was genius.
Yeah,
you needed it.
So let's go through it. So we opened on a relatable, understandable premise of the golf store.
Golfers
right?
R Us.
Introduce the desirable object, the impossible object.
Yes, the impossible object. We find out that we are two very rich golfers. We find that out near the end of the first act.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And then from there, conflict.
We had the conflict.
You turn the
I turn
club
into a
gun.
Yep. Yeah.
Hold hostage. And then this is interesting. Change of relationship. We were friends at the beginning, and then we turn on each other.
Like Game of Thrones
style.
Yes.
Yes, and you know what? Like, people think this isn't grounded in reality, but I look at movies like Split. This is another one of the personalities of the owner of the golf store, right? So this is why it started being a Matrix thing. It started to be
and like all of those is like you might recognize if you are a film buff, like The Matrix or Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, right? So these are what we call audience breadcrumbs.
Yeah, little breadcrumbs.
By placing them in, the audience goes, wait, I think I've seen that. I know that movie.
Oh shit, I know the reference.
So they kind of it strings them along for the sketch, right? It makes them pay attention.
And you know what? I love just I like to call those aha moments.
Yeah.
And they're immediately on your side.
Yep.
Once they say aha, they are with you. They are ready to ride, and they just say how fast you're gonna go. And I say,
well, people love trivia and stuff these days. So when you throw a thing like that makes the audience feel smart, it's better than a laugh, right?
You want the audience to feel smart, right? How many times have you been on a show and you're sitting there and you go, "Oh, I feel stupid right now."
Most of the time.
That's all the time.
Well,
you
guys
see stand up.
When you guys have been doing stand up, right? You guys actually have a rule for people who come to see you that they have to prove they're a certain IQ.
Yeah, because
right?
it's just I don't.
Pre-test,
Yeah,
yeah.
exactly. I don't want to waste my time with the because if you don't get the reference, you're not going to have fun. I'm sorry.
So far, only like 2 or 3 people have passed. And
Yeah,
then, and then
but
come
it's
to the
good.
show. But it's
Dang good crowd. Dang good crowd.
The crowd is then they get it.
Well, they're there to party.
They
Yeah, yeah.
know.
Because we like to do like equations and like
Some of
bed
them are
math.
funny, right?
Yeah, yeah, and it's a lot of math jokes. And I'm sorry if you're not good at math, you're not gonna get our stand up.
I have a lot of references to pi, the number.
Yes.
But,
Yes,
like way
it's-
down the line.
You kill
of
it.
like,
Yeah,
where
you
it's
kill
like
it.
you have to really know the pi decimals to get my stuff.
Very
Yeah.
funny. Yes, it's a very like wild, kind of fucking out there.
It's out there, but
idea.
it's dry. It's kind of a British dry humor.
Very
Yeah.
British. Yeah, Hugh
Yeah.
Laurie kind of. Like,
Yeah.
pre-house.
Hugh
Yeah,
Laurie.
he was in a sketch strip before.
He was?
He was
yeah.
Laurie and something, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and he
Yeah.
was also in 101 Dalmatians.
Yes.
Oh, I forgot.
It's so
Very funny movie.
well. Glenn Close,
Oh.
underrated, right?
Scary.
Underrated,
Actually scared me.
underrated.
No, low key. Cruella DeVille. I'd hit it.
I would too.
Yeah.
She's
I would too.
scary.
I
but-
like- I like
now,
psycho
now could I
chicks.
ask you a question? This might
Yeah.
be a little dirty. Puppy coat on, puppy coat off.
Puppet coat is on the floor.
Ah, and I
Nothing, but,
see what
nothing
you
but
said.
the gloves.
Innuendo.
The gloves and the long
The innu-
cigarettes.
The innuendo is strong with you.
Yes.
The
yes.
innuendo is strong with
Well,
you.
innuendo is my brand of comedy.
Yeah?
Yep.
I do tons of innuendos. You do misdirects.
Misdirects.
I do math.
You do math.
Math? Yeah.
Dirty math.
Dirty math.
Dirty
yeah.
math.
You do
How many
dirty math.
fucks could a fuck take if a fuck couldn't even
The
fuck?
square root of fucking my ass.
But the thing is, with his show, like it's all dirty, but like if you actually do the equation, they all work out too.
Yeah.
So there's a couple layers on that.
They all
make
equals
sure
boobs.
it all equals boobs.
Yeah.
Yeah. It is a thing that I really, really work on. That I pride myself
that
in.
was hilarious. Well, you guys remember when? What was your like? We all remember what it was like to use a calculator for the first time.
Oh, it was so fun. It was.
Yeah,
You never forget that
When
day.
did those? We would have. Yeah, it was my early 20s, I think.
Yeah.
the first time because I think those just hit the scene then.
yeah.
And it was great.
Yeah.
I remember I would just do equations just for fun.
I was like, this is TV for me.
Yeah,
This is
it literally I got a big dopamine rush, and I still have a dopamine addiction to this
You're
day.
chasing it, right?
well, it makes sense now with
Yes.
your phone. Your phone is just what like calculators were back in the day for us, right?
know.
We were addicted to our calculators. Now kids these days are actually kind of addicted to their phones.
I
Yeah,
bet you kids don't even know there's a calculator on their phone, which
they
is sad.
have no
Probably
idea.
don't know
Very
there's a
sad.
phone on their phone for the amount of texting.
Oh, that's so true.
I
It's
never
insane.
never get a.
Do you guys remember the first when you used the Apple desktop for the first time?
Yeah.
Oh,
like
yeah.
the first make of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
was
with
the
the
Apple
green
one.
screen and all that.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fun, man.
That was a-
I was in
that was-
Silicon Valley for about a year or so.
Yeah,
You worked on that a bit, right? In the
I worked
garage?
under Wozniak.
Wozniak, yeah.
I worked
Good
under
guy, funny,
Sorry, I've
funny.
slipped on his name all the time.
Yeah.
yeah. The
Woz,
Steves.
yeah, he's cool. He's
I was working with Bill Gates initially a little bit
You and Gates
on the
were.
on the development of Microsoft Word.
And it's sad you guys didn't really. I don't know. You kind of fell apart, right? The
We
two
kind
of
of
you.
fell apart, but it's nice that they still use some of my stuff. Like I was the person that suggested that the file format be called .doc.
That is so
For Word.
amazing.
Oh.
That's very
Oh.
helpful.
I came up with that.
Very
yeah.
helpful.
well, you have a lot of doctors in your family, right? Am I mistaken when I say wasn't your brother Dr. Zeus?
Yeah.
Yep.
What was his real pen name though?
Well, it's Theodore Gizzle.
Yeah, Theodore Gizzle. Yeah.
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 I was Cat in the Hat was based on me.
Yeah.
I don't know if you saw the spit with the plates and the fish.
Now I know why my nose is itchy.
Yes. And what's the thing one and thing two? What you called your testicles?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. And yeah. And Lorax is what I called my dick.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh.
And your brother used all that
He
for
picked
his.
it all up
That's
and he
fun.
kind of took it far with him. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And Horton Hears a Who is when I would come, I would be jerking. I'm sorry to get crass, but
Yes,
I'd be
no,
jerking
it's real.
off.
Yeah.
Oh.
And it would be. I would say who when I
Whoville was the name of your room.
Whoville was exactly.
Yeah, because
Yeah, Grinch was based on her dad because he hated Christmas.
Of course.
it all like makes sense, right, in the context of
Well,
our family.
I gotta ask you, how do you think Carrie did?
Oh, he fucked it.
He fucked it.
It was
all
awful.
Up. He fucked it all up.
It was bad.
I knew you were going to bring it up, and I should have talked to you before the interview. Don't bring
I
up
liked the
Carrie's
more
Grinch.
recent one where Tyler the Creator did the soundtrack.
He did the soundtrack.
that was
of
very
course.
good. Yeah.
CGI and Benedict Cumberbatch or something, right?
Yep. And that was
That's my Grinch. That's my
Imagination.
Grinch.
What's the studio that does Minions?
Yeah, Illumination.
Illumination.
Yeah.
Illumination nailed
They're
it,
great.
knocked it out of the park.
They're awesome.
Yeah, I love their Charlie Brown.
Yes, Peanuts.
Yeah,
Yeah,
really,
that was
really
really
good.
awesome.
Very funny. It's good for the grandkids and the oldies like me.
I
Yeah,
remember
I
when
love-
when Peanuts first was in newspapers.
Oh,
I think I saw
change the
first
game.
one. Yeah.
Change the goddamn game. I'm not
Yeah,
even kidding.
there was something about that kid.
Yeah. Yeah, there's something about him where you want to follow him. You want to know
Yeah.
what is going on with you.
Yeah.
They don't make comics that funny anymore, right?
No.
Charles Schultz, he was onto something.
He really was, and I like that he made the sidekick the funny man.
Yeah.
Snoopy.
Snoopy.
Because we used to call you Snoopy back
Well,
in the day.
of course,
'cause
yeah.
You would dance like and you would sleep on the roof of your
More than
house
10
all the time.
Well, remember 10 years in my 30s, I was barking. I just
Yeah.
barked for all my 30s.
drive that plane.
I drove a plane.
Yes.
Yeah, I got my A1 and A2 licenses, and it was a magnificent time. I spent all of my 30s. I thought I was a dog.
yeah, and
I laugh at it now, but I
it's-
thought I was a legit dog.
He really
Makes
did.
sense.
He really did. But that was how you were raised. I mean, you're a product of your environment. You were raised in a junkyard.
I was raised at a junkyard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
You always had a bone.
You always
I
a bone
had
with
a
you.
bone, and I still love bones to these days. Right? I go to a lot of delis. And I say, "Can I have your bones?" And they get a kick out of it.
Yeah, it's funny. And your best friend was like a depressed kid.
Oh, he was a depressed kid named Johnny Mick. It was Johnny Mick.
Johnny Mick. Yeah, Johnny Mick.
Yeah, Johnny
What is
Mick.
that kid up to these
Nice
days?
Irish kid.
Yeah,
So
he's an Irish guy.
he's pretty old these days, right?
Yeah, I guess he would be.
He's
getting up there.
See, the thing is, right? I'm old too, but here's the difference between me and Johnny Mick. I listen and I did crosswords to keep my mental state all
say
there.
that's really
it's
good.
really good, better than any of the SSRIs. But of course, I don't mess with the SSRIs. I mess with some of the older antidepressants.
Oh yeah, that's fun. That's so hipster of you.
Well,
you like to
yes,
perform at
no,
school.
but I call myself the original hipster comic.
Yeah, you are.
I actually
are.
got my name changed to that. You look on my birth certificate, it's the original hipster comic. Grew up, I was in the scene a lot with Lou Reed back in New York.
Lou,
and
eh?
he loved my style.
Yeah.
Jack Kerouac and you
Jack
did some stuff, right?
Kerouac, yeah. Jack Kerouac. Even we go back further and further. We go back to some of it's all a blur.
Beat poets, right?
The beat
Yeah.
poets.
Those are the real
Ginsberg.
Ginsberg.
Your
Ginsberg,
buddies
Allen
with, right?
Ginsberg.
Those were the real comedians. in
You
my
just went
opinion.
on, right? That's how we used to get to gigs.
Rants.
We went on, and we went on trains, right? We rode trains to
Yeah.
gigs,
Yeah.
right? And it was just
was the name of the
such a
game.
fun time.
You worked a bit with Bob Dylan.
I
right?
did work with Bob Dylan.
Here and there, yeah. I mean, we all did. Yeah,
We all did at certain points.
At certain
yeah.
points,
But you were more in the golden era.
Yeah.
I feel
I
like
was
by
in
the
the-
time
I-
I got to him, it was the 90s. He had
You're
some
in
good
the-
albums in the 90s.
Yeah.
but it was
He did have
different,
some
yeah.
good albums in the 90s, but yes, you know what I said to Bob? So everyone talks about, but when Bob went electric, but this is kind of unspoken because everyone thinks this was Bob, but I was the one that said to Bob, tease the hair.
Oh,
I said, tease the hair.
Okay.
Tease the hair,
Right.
make it poofy.
make it poofy.
Make it poofy. And, well, I was also in LA, late 80s, right? Said the same thing to Michael Richards. I said, tease the hair, and now you have a full series.
So-
One of the I'm
Wow.
just saying what I've done.
So
Well,
Kramer is Bob Dylan in a way.
oh,
It makes
he is,
sense.
yes.
Like it tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So does that make Seinfeld, like who? James Taylor? Or,
Oh, it does.
Yeah.
It does.
Oh shit! And Elaine's like Joni Mitchell.
Oh, well,
yeah.
of course.
There you go. There you go.
then-
And George is sometimes hard to pinpoint.
I would say maybe an early Neil Young. Maybe.
He has that, and it's when you
Wow.
think about
Newman,
that.
it's like Warren Zevon, maybe.
Well, yes,
Yes,
of course,
yes, absolutely.
and when you look back at it and you know that there's beats behind it, you get it.
Oh man, that's actually fascinating.
Yeah,
Yeah, it makes you think, man.
Yeah.
Makes you absolutely
Seinfeld
think.
just isn't funny to me.
I don't get it.
I've never really
It's
laughed at it. It was a little bit. It was
sloppy writing.
It is
Yeah.
sloppy, right?
Sloppy writing.
You know, and I Jerry, I say this with respect,
Yep.
right? Because I was in the room a couple times.
Anyone that grabs a mic and talks.
But here's my
respect.
take on this. Here's my take on this. It's like nursery rhymes, right?
Yeah.
It's like nursery rhymes. It's simple. It's easy. It gets mass appeal, and this approach has worked time and time again in audience. They say "Nevermind" by Nirvana.
Okay.
Nursery rhymes. It's all nursery. It's simple. It rhymes, and crowds eat it up.
Yeah. So Seinfeld, you know.
Well, the only thing is, Seinfeld is like nursery rhymes. It's supposed to put me to sleep.
Yes.
Sorry, I just fell asleep when I
Bedtime
watched that
stories.
show. Yeah.
It's just I
Same
know.
with the way it looks too. It's so. Ugh.
Yeah.
Change your apartment. Why is it always in your apartment or
Add
it's
some
at the
color.
diner? Go somewhere new.
Yeah.
Go to
Anywhere.
the zoo. Go to the amusement park. You
I
know.
would love like a beach episode of Seinfeld. Wouldn't that just be like
It
just
would be
different?
good. Well,
just different.
Well, you guys, you're innovators in your own right. Like weren't you the guys that told Malcolm in the Middle and Curb Your Enthusiasm, ditch the 3 cameras?
Yeah, we go one.
Yeah.
Remove the laugh track. You guys were
Just go
behind
on.
that,
Well,
right?
that was because I was an editor at that point, and a lot of that came from my own laziness because I didn't want to cut between 3 cameras, and I also didn't want to insert the laugh track or have to mix that in the sound.
Yeah.
So I just made it simpler on myself, and I just did the 1 camera and no
One
laugh
camera,
track,
done.
and it was a game changer.
Yeah,
But really,
have the kid talk to the camera, kind of set up the
yeah,
story.
it was easy. I just
done.
I was on set. I was just have Malcolm talk to the.
Just have Mel kind of explain
Well, you guys-
what's going on.
He's not really an actor anymore, is he?
no, he's
No.
an amazing F1 driver now.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, really good. Me and Frankie actually we talk sometimes.
Really?
Yeah, well, because I
keep
was a
in touch.
producer at Fox for a while, and
Oh, yeah, I forgot we crossed paths a little
yeah,
bit. We used to
Malcolm
do-
Middle,
we
Matt
would
TV.
Go to, Sunrise Deli, I think that's where we go for
Yep.
lunch.
Sunrise Deli, yes,
Yeah.
and Nico was the owner. Yeah. And Nico would he'd give us our eggs Benny, and you would always get the hash.
Corned beef and hash.
Yeah. And Nico was a sweet guy, man, really nice, and his wife Mima.
yeah.
Nico and Mima, they're really funny, man. They're still alive.
I think they are. Can we go visit
They're not
them?
really with it anymore, sadly, but their son has taken over.
Is Sunrise still around? Hey, fuck,
Yeah,
we should go.
yeah. Their son
We should
John,
go.
their son Bonzo.
Yeah.
Bonzo is he's doing a good job. He's doing a good job. We
Wow.
got to take you.
I remember
I
they
would
had the
love
best
to go.
fruit salad.
It's
The
Fruit
best
salad's
fruit
amazing.
salad. It was so
something
good.
funny about a fruit salad, eh? Have you noticed that? There's something fun. Maybe it's the
salad.
You have a
grapes.
dirty mind.
Maybe it's
Why
the, yeah,
does
well,
he-
the grapes do look. Sometimes,
Okay.
sometimes seriously, This is where we go blue. Sometimes I stand in front of a mirror, right? I pull my pants down. Pull my boxer briefs.
Okay.
Pull the long johns down. I look at my 2 dingalings, and I'm saying. Are there 2 grapes in there? Right? Why are there 2 grapes in there?
Two grapes and a banana.
Yeah, 2 grapes and a banana.
Yeah, and sometimes the grapes can be the size of cantaloupes.
Well, yeah, and women kind of have cantaloupes
It's
on their chest.
Yeah, I guess body parts kind of look like fruits.
Isn't it interesting that literally so many things in our life they connect? Have you noticed that?
It's amazing. It's like one big movie, man. It's like one big movie.
Yeah, everything connects in a beautiful way.
It's like a Paul Thomas Anderson movie, man. I love it.
Well,
Who,
so-
by the way, Paul Thomas Anderson married to My Rudolph.
He
like a funny chick.
Yeah, hey.
Good
she
for
was
you,
in one of
buddy.
his movies, Licorice Pizza. She popped in for a second.
Yeah, because a funny chick can intimidate.
It can, right?
Yeah. Well, I was married to Gilda Radner. That was my first. Yeah, that was my first
Poor
marriage.
Gilda.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, that worked. I was just too immature to stay with her. That's the one that got away.
Yeah,
was Gilda.
We all have the one that got away.
But it's weird. After Gilda passed, I forget. But you married that. Take another little piece of my heart now, baby.
Yeah, she was. She was.
You know,
great.
yeah.
Oh, that's Janis Joplin. Janis Joplin. Yeah, Janis. Yeah, I went to the rocker to the rocker chick. She was my rebound. And yeah, that was fun. We almost got married. I was on the fence with that. And then I just started dating Bond girls after that.
Hallie,
Hallie was, all the Bond girls, Octopussy.
But I know your trend. I know your trend. What you've done with every time you got married. So that would have been weird if you married, because you always take the wife's last name. So that would have been weird if you would have taken Halle Berry's last name, because then you would have been Mr. Dingleberry. Dingle. Dingle, how you doing, Dingle?
Dingle Dodle.
Dingle, how you doing, Dingle?
Yeah.
It's funny that you dated so many Bond girls. We never talked about this because I was married to Adele.
Okay.
Who did the song for Skyfall?
Oh,
right? Yeah, so that's kind of a funny connection. I wonder.
Funny connection.
Yeah.
And I think, didn't you, you were best friends with Sean Connery or something?
I was best friends with Sean Connery, and I was the one originally when he got on set. He was straight up gonna drop the Scottish accent.
Yep.
He was straight up gonna drop the Scottish accent. And
Bond's not Scottish.
I said, be yourself.
Yeah.
No, but I said, be yourself. But
you.
he put that's how you can't remember any of the other guys' names, but you remember
He was the
Sean,
best one.
right?
Yeah.
You remember you remember Connery.
Was Bond.
Favorite Bond movie? Go. Don't even think about it. Just answer.
Okay, I'm gonna go with boom. Gold. The gold one.
Goldfinger.
Goldfinger?
No.
The gold. It's a ska band. Gold member?
Gold member. No.
That's Austin Powers. GoldenEye.
GoldenEye.
Yeah, because I don't know if that's even a movie, or is that a movie?
It is a movie, but they made an N16. They made
I know that
game
more
out of it.
as the game than the movie.
That was an ironic thing.
List a movie where the game was better than the movie.
Shrek.
Okay, you have me beat. All right.
Well, this brings up another fascinating part of this conversation. But you guys, for a while, you both are in video game development.
Yeah, we were. We worked for Rocket Monkey. They did a lot of
Raw Dog.
Yeah, Raw Dog.
The Last of Us. Yeah.
But yeah, came up with the idea for
who did Rocket Monkey? What games were those again? It's been so long.
So we did Crash Bandicoot.
Yes, Crash.
Spyro, and Crash Bandicoot Racing. Jack and Dexter.
Jack and Dexter. Yeah, and then we kind of fucked them over because then we did Ratchet and Clank.
Yeah.
Which we kind of stole their thing. Yeah.
Well, a Pepsi needs a Coke. That's why I always say a Pepsi
You were
needs a
CEO
Coke.
of Pepsi for a minute.
I was for a while. It was actually, I actually, and I don't like to toot my own horn, but I thought one day, what about a taste challenge?
Yeah.
What about a taste challenge?
Finally.
And so,
Do you guys think you could do it?
What?
Taste the difference between
fuck yeah.
Buddy, I came up with buddy. I came up with the idea.
I drink 9 cans of Coke a day. Yes.
There's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
And then, now I got to ask, with the 9 Cokes today,
Yeah.
what's the take on Ozempic? You were on the board for that, right?
I was on the board for that. I come from a line of people with diabetes, and we invented this thing, and now supermodels are taking it, and now it's as long as it makes people happy, by all means, go for it.
Well, it makes me
talk to your doctor. That's all I'll say. Talk to your doctor.
Ask about it. Why not? Right?
Yeah.
Well, I did notice something fascinating about the name you chose, Ozempic.
Yeah.
The first 2 letters, OZ.
Yep.
Oz.
Yep. So as we all know,
That's all I'll
this
say.
is why we're friends. we have a love for The Wizard of Oz.
Of course.
That was the thing that bonded us.
Yeah, I saw it in theaters when it first came out. I was 10 years old.
Yeah.
And we all fell in love. We quote it all the time.
Yeah.
We're all good.
Always talking
Well,
about
you were
it.
good friends with Judy for a while, eh?
Judy she's one of my best friends. She was I lost my virginity to her, actually. Yes. It was,
Wow.
Oh, it was a beautiful night. It was a beautiful night. I think, though, we'd like to play this game. On 3, we say who we are,
Yeah.
and let's see if we agree, okay?
Yep.
Okay, so what character
All right.
are you from Wizard of Oz?
I know
On
that.
3.
Without
There we
even
go.
thinking.
You got it?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3.
The Wizard.
Anti-M.
The Wizard.
Okay.
The Wizard.
Ballsy.
A cowardly lion.
Anti-M. Yes.
Interesting picks, all of
Makes
us.
sense. Yeah.
But
Anti-M, I'm set in reality. I'm the keeper.
Well, and
I like
also-
to take care.
And you know what? And you don't like bringing this up a lot of the times, but you are colorblind. So you see life
Yes.
as Anti-M sees Kansas. And you've struggled with that for many
struggle with
years.
it. Yeah,
right?
I've lost a lot of jobs because I'm colorblind. I was a caricature artist, and that slipped through my fingers, sadly.
It's so sad.
You're the best caricatures.
The
color wasn't
they're always
there,
black.
but-
I know
yeah.
they're always black and white, and it was just off at all
Well, you-
times.
But they let you draw. You drew the first Mad magazine cover, right?
Yeah, I did. So
A couple of the fold-ins.
couple of the fold-ins. I created Spy vs. Spy. That was based off
I
my.
didn't even know that.
That was based off my neighbors. Yeah.
There
There was they would.
Look like
there was
that.
a guy that would wear a white hat, and there's a guy that wear a black hat, and they were always yelling at each other. And I thought, there's something here. And yeah, so they were throwing bombs at each other, not in real life, obviously, but and then and Mad TV, Mad Magazine loved it.
Wow.
So why? Sorry, I just got to ask why do you consider yourself wizard?
Well, you guys know
You do a lot of behind the scenes stuff.
I do a lot behind the
Yep.
scenes stuff, and I it sounds funny to say, but I believe it's possible I have magic powers.
Yeah.
No way. Okay.
And that's all I'll say.
I don't
believe
find that
it's
strange at all.
possible I have magic powers.
I think you
I
definitely
fully believe you.
Yeah,
have
I
magic
fully
powers,
believe you.
Right? It's just
Yes.
And you know what? Is it weird that I consider making a crowd of 15 able to laugh and smile magic? Because I do. I don't, and not everyone can do it.
Yeah, David Blaine, try it.
It's my thing. I always say is you think you can make a crowd of 10 to 15 on a Wednesday night.
Try me.
Smile and sometimes laugh.
Yeah.
Try
Try
me.
it.
Try
No,
me.
literally go out and try it and
do that.
You'll see what happens.
Go.
It's
Try it.
difficult, right?
It's hard, and we bomb sometimes. Like, I'll be the first to admit it.
Maybe like once a decade. Yeah.
Yeah,
We'll
Once a
have
decade,
an off show.
big, yeah.
And it's crushing.
But
It's nothing that a few IPAs can't help.
IPAs
with.
no,
will fix it.
IPAs
Yeah.
they
That little-
can fix it, right?
It's our steroids, I guess you could say.
Well, you do a funny thing where you go when we have a bad show.
Yeah.
And we say, guys, I always go, point me to the nearest bar. And
Yeah.
you guys orientate me like a compass.
Yeah,
Yeah.
And then you go, we're off to see the wizard,
I
the
do.
wonderful wizard of beer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I say,
Do-do-do-do-do.
yeah, and I say, wait, is that me? Why am I singing the third person? And then I do a whole Tyler Durden thing.
Yeah,
like, I
yeah,
love
yes.
Fight Club.
The book's better than the movie,
Of course,
I'll say
Powell-
that.
I
no.
actually bought, it was $70. I bought a bar of soap that said Fight Club on it. It was
Well,
Very
how
cool.
could you not?
yeah,
How
it was
could you
cool. It was
not?
at Spencer's.
Very cool.
No, I have to ask you, why Cowardly Lion? I know you. Oh, sorry, I know you have a big thing. You do a lot of you work. You came up with PETA, of course. So the animal
Yep.
doesn't surprise me.
Oh yeah, came up with PETA, which it's been fairly successful.
Yeah.
I do eat meat now. I've gotten back into it.
Yeah, and you wear fur all the time.
I do. It's hard for me to resist a good fur.
Yeah, you came in with a bitch and chinchilla jacket.
Well, yeah, right.
Really
And
nice.
I've got my I've got my camel purse.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's cool, beautiful.
It's beautiful, beautiful beige. But for me, Cowardly Lion. Well, what immediately sprung to mind was when you guys remember when we were in Bali a couple of years ago? We did that
Yeah.
trip to Bali.
How could I
Yeah.
forget?
And we did the bungee jumping. And I was the most scared fucker alive.
Yeah, you're human,
I
though.
couldn't jump off. Both you guys jumped off, no hesitation. I was so surprised. I said, I'm going to be at the cantina. And I went and I had like 15 margaritas.
You
and
did.
I got
It's a little
wasted because
scary. Yeah.
Well, yeah, passed out, whatever, I'll admit it. But my thing was, I was a coward in that moment. I can get on stage. I can get on stage. A crowd could be 15, 20. Yeah.
Isn't that the weirdest thing? Yeah.
It is. I've got no problem. I can sing my heart out on stage, but as soon as I get on like heights,
the funniest thing.
I don't even like going up to CN Tower half the time.
No, never.
Yeah.
No.
I forgot to tell you, as I'm working, I was working at the CN Tower, like doing tours.
Oh,
just part time, just to kind of tide me over.
I love that.
Yeah, but it's fucking scary getting out there.
It's
so scary.
I think they're tearing it down. I heard.
Yeah, I heard. I can do another job pretty soon.
Yeah,
so I'm just trying to get shifts in. Right.
You know
now.
what? A couple of plane rides, I've almost hit it.
Yeah, with your license. Yeah, because you have your license. So
yeah, a couple plane rides.
Damn,
What's this? It just pops up.
It's just it literally comes out of nowhere. It's literally like a jump scare, like from one of the horror movies we love. Like,
it's psycho
you know what?
Shit.
Yeah, it looks like that, and
it does. It's crazy.
Hitchcock.
I saw that news story because you were flying an Air Canada flight from Edmonton, right?
I was,
and you kind of flew a little bit too.
Oopsies!
I think.
Oopsies!
Just the tip. Just the tip.
Yeah. But it was a good landing. I saw the video of it, and you managed to land the plane.
Well, the
safely.
interesting thing is, the video's out, and I did. I couldn't fly for 20, 30 years, but I'm back now, so I'm allowed to.
Weren't you the other pilot with Sully?
Yes, I was.
You were on break at that time,
I was.
right?
I was.
Yeah.
Well, I was on break, but they did hire me as a Canadian consultant just in case.
Right.
Exactly what happened with the geese. Right?
Yeah.
So I said, guys, I said to them, guys, cut this out. I said, cut this out, Canadian geese. And we landed in the Hudson River, and they never talk about the Canadian who helped out and who negotiated with the Canadian geese who flew into the turbines. They never talk about the Canadian, and that's why some people do refer to me as the Angry Canadian.
Yeah, that is your stage name.
Well, yes. So I went from the original hipster comic to the Angry Canadian.
Yeah. So original hipster comic. That's your legal name.
That's my legal name. That's the stage name.
Is the stage name.
Yeah, it's your brand. I love that.
Yeah, it's it's a fascinating life we live.
And it's an amazing life.
I'm just
amazing
obsessed with our lives, eh?
It's amazing. Should we plug our class or course just before we I guess wrap things up?
Well,
here?
Sorry, we don't do tech help. Oh, we still got 25 minutes.
Okay, good. So, if you're listening to this, you probably
have a brain, first off.
You have a brain. You have amazing taste. And
we love you. We seriously love you.
We seriously love you. And you want to take our course, man. And please, come on by. It is at the Kingston Penitentiary. We have the hook up there.
Yeah.
You are a sheriff.
Yep, I'm a sheriff. So, we do it in the jail. We rent out one of the jail cells. They're nice of us to give us a pretty good deal.
It's I just have to say, so much honor for you to be a sheriff. You do this, and you go back and forth, Kingston, Toronto. You do the tour guides.
Yeah.
And
Doing
you do
a lot right now.
comedy.
It's
You grind.
Are you Hermione Granger, and do you have a time turner? That's all I
Dude,
have
I
to
wish,
ask.
because I'm tired all the time and I'm half asleep, but I somehow managed to make it work.
I wish you were Hermione as well for totally different reasons.
Okay, shut up.
Reasons I can't say on camera.
She was great in Perks, eh?
Perks. She was really good. She's amazing. She's really funny also in This Is the End.
Oh, yes.
Isn't she great in that?
That was great.
She plays herself, but she plays it real, and that's the funny.
Yeah.
She does. And you know what? When I saw This Is the End, I was like, yep, that is the Michael Cera I knew. Used to babysit him, right?
Oh, you did.
I took up babysitting a little late. I was around 60, right?
Yeah. Well,
that's why I got my license, right? Well, it was during when I wasn't allowed
You're
to
an
fly.
empty nester, right? You kind of wanted some kids around. And this was in, where is he from again?
Brampton.
So you had a daycare in Brampton.
I did. And again, there's so many things they overlook. That's why they're Angry Canadian. But my time babysitting Michael Cera, well, let's just say daddy daycare. That's all I'll say.
Was he
daddy
awkward?
Daycare.
Was he awkward back then?
Awkward as
Is it
hell.
real or is it just an
awkward
act?
as hell? Awkward as Andy. Awkward as Andy from Toy Story. That's you know what? He stole it from Andy.
Andy is.
I kept
He
on
really did steal it.
and I kept on saying to Michael, I said, Michael, stop acting like a CGI character.
Yeah.
I said stop acting. I threw a dodgeball. I came up with dodgeball too.
Oh, really?
I came up with dodgeball, and I was the person that said cast Vince.
Get Vince in there. No, make Vince play straight man.
And no, yeah.
Well, I convinced Ben Stiller's dad to have him.
Oh, no way.
They were unsure about having a kid.
So you and Jerry were tight back in the day.
We were tight.
Wow.
Yeah, and I said, you should have a kid. No, seriously, have a kid.
Yeah.
Well, you
so
were
it
also the
kinda
one. Yeah, you said you were involved in the styling during Seinfeld, and you said go orange with the hair. You said dyed orange.
Absolutely.
Dyed orange,
Yep.
yeah. Because imagine if he had black hair or brown, you're going, I don't know. I'm not really buying
That's
it.
the one part of the show I love. The rest, I just can't get into.
Yeah, you love his hair color?
Yeah.
That's the best part of the show.
I love Seinfeld for that and everything else. I just can't
Everything else
stand
is just like, no.
No.
But yeah, we do our class. It is it's about 10 or 12 hours a day.
Yep.
For a whole month.
Intensive. It's
Monday to
intensive.
Friday. We do get the weekends off. There is homework, but you do get them off. And yeah, we would love to see you.
Would love to see you guys.
And this is on the internet, so it goes around the whole world.
Yeah.
Lots of people, what's Kingston? Well, I like to think it's like the Boston, right? It's like where Cheers is from. It's like where a lot of people get we do it in Kingston, but it's Boston style. Am I correct by this?
No, you're 100%
and
correct.
also it's
it's got an edge to it.
Harvard of Canada is there.
Absolutely,
Yes,
Queens.
absolutely.
Queens.
Great.
But it's so
Great
funny.
sports town.
You know what I find so funny? And this is it's not even a joke, but kind of is. It's crazy how many queens go to Queens.
That's what I always say.
It's crazy how
I like
many
to go
queens
down
go
for
to
their frosh, and I just make comments like that.
Yeah, look at all the queens here. Yes, and I am the king of Queens.
Come with
King of Queens.
Come with crown.
Yeah, Kevin James.
That's where they got it from. They were talking about the university.
Yeah,
and he was
yeah. KJ actually he was in Kingston for quite some time.
Oh yeah. KJ, hey,
KJ.
I knew you two were close.
Yeah. That's people say Kevin James, and I go, don't know who that. Oh, KJ. Sorry, that's just what I call him.
Sorry, but weren't you the one that prosecuted him? You were the judge in the case.
I was.
Case of Kevin James. Yeah. Just, what happened again?
So
It got a little muddy.
Yeah.
Well,
He said, she said.
well, you've seen the movie The Da Vinci Code, right?
Yes.
Need I say more?
Yeah.
True. Yeah, I remember that. That was interesting.
Yeah. Kevin James did. There was. Yeah.
I do remember being in that trial.
It was settled.
Sitting in court. It was settled.
Yeah.
Sitting in court, and I remember thinking, God, I wish I didn't go to Bucket Show last night.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I never regret going to an open mic, but
How
I
could
was
you?
very, very tired.
Very tired. You're
Yeah.
like, I need to pay attention right now. But I got to do 2 minutes on stage,
Yeah.
and it was totally awesome.
It was great.
Yeah.
You guys, I'm sorry, I keep on bringing the legal stuff, but you guys always have snuck a couple jokes when you're in the court, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
You have to. It
Especially when
loosens
you're
up.
giving a guilty verdict. That's bad news for a lot of people.
It's a bad vibe.
It's bad vibes. So you want to lighten up with a joke where you say, the court finds the defendant guilty of having a few too many burgers at lunch.
Yeah.
And then I go, but you actually are guilty.
You did something that I found very funny one time. He said the jury finds the person not guilty. Psych, and then guilty, and then you see the person go, "Wow!"
It's so
and
awesome.
they're upset because they're guilty, but
funny.
you see them kind of laugh a bit,
I
kind of like,
like
"You
to
got
do,
me, fuck you."
Opposite day. I'll be
Opposite day's fun too.
So today is opposite day. You are found not guilty.
Yeah.
And then that's kind of a funny way. of
Opposite
getting-
day is actually June 8th. A lot of
It
people don't
is.
know that.
Oh,
June
yeah.
8th is
Sorry,
opposite
wouldn't
day.
it be 8th June? I don't know.
Yeah, that's true. Or you should say opposite day is not on June 8th.
Is not on June 8th.
That's the way I do. Yeah.
And you leave it there, and if they
Yeah.
know, they know.
Yeah.
He's a geezel.
That's
I can
actually-
tell
what
you're a
about,
geezel.
Guys,
You're
I
a
forgot to
geezel.
mention we have to mark your calendars for Talk Like a Pirate Day.
Oh,
Yeah, what day is that again?
I forget when it is, but we got to do it.
March.
Oh,
March. Something like that.
April.
April. Yeah.
August.
August. Yeah. It's something like that. We should look into that though.
Yeah.
'Cause we do like to cosplay as Jack Sparrow.
Of course.
On the weekends.
Three sparrows. Yeah.
Three
sparrows.
We three sparrows are big and we're fun.
Maybe
We
we
can
cut
share
that out because that's good and don't want
Oh
it.
yeah, that is actually good. Okay, yeah. There'll be a lot of edits. in
There'll
this.
be a couple edits.
That's what's awesome about podcasting is like we
Edit it
come up
out.
with a
And
lot
that's
of
why
our
we don't have a
jokes.
producer because we know a lot of people steal in this
I don't-
industry.
yeah.
Yeah.
People fucking steal in comedy, man.
You had some major issues with Chris Farley.
Yeah, well, Beverly Hills Ninja is my fucking life. Like, that is literally my story. I was talking to Farley one night, and I fucking just poured everything out to him. I said I was this little white kid who grew up, was raised by ninjas, and found myself in Beverly Hills. And a year later, there he is. There he is. Yeah, billboards and all that. I said, fuck this. Not doing that. Someone stole your story as well.
Oh, they stole my story, all right.
Yeah, it was a very interesting story.
Oh, they stole my story in a massive way.
Can we say it legally?
You can say it.
The Blind Side?
I was, Sandra Bullock.
Yeah.
Someone stole my story too. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Norbit.
Norbit was you.
It was me.
That's, I know. And then you were Norbit, right? Or no?
I was.
Were you the girlfriend?
I was the girlfriend. And I told Eddie Murphy that, and he just took it. Yeah.
Thieves.
Well,
Absolute thieves.
It's relentless, right? It's like almost like okay. So when GTA 6 comes out, whenever the hell that's going to be.
Oh, I'm already pre-ordered.
Yeah, well.
So we will be dead in a grave in our tombs for 200 years. By the time that
Maybe
comes out?
200 years, yes.
Well, by that, so will joke stealing be in that? Because that's what the world's turning into.
Yeah.
By the way, weren't you the guys that said to Rockstar Gaming do Miami for Vice City?
Vice City, yeah.
No, I said San Andreas. That was me.
Yes,
I
that
had
was
nothing.
huge. Yeah, good call too.
Yeah.
GTA 6, I do, because I work with Rockstar on the side sometimes. I do know that there's going to be like a vape shop and like dispensaries and stuff.
Oh,
I want to maybe get me in touch with them because I really want to do one of the voices on the radio.
Oh,
yes.
Yeah, those are
perfect for that.
Yeah. I actually knew a buddy who used to do that.
Yeah.
Yeah, just GTA radio stations. Yeah, it's really
that's
cool.
all I listened. Like we
actually
screwed
better
around.
than the game.
It's
absolutely.
really good. It's really good.
I bought a new PS5 because like the audio quality streaming is better on the of the GTA radio.
Yes. Yeah, they do wave files, I think,
Yeah,
on
they do wave.
PS5.
Yeah.
And it's like, why does this sound more clear than actual real life? And not perfect hearing, by the way, and perfect vision.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that about you.
You have 2120 vision, actually.
Yeah,
only 3% of people have that.
It's scary, and
Well, you don't even need 3D glasses, right? When you go to a movie.
no,
It's
I don't.
normal
My
for you.
regular light, I can see lots of things that a lot of people
Yeah.
can't see.
Yeah, you always go to 3D movies.
I love a 3D movie. I think all movies should be 3D. That's what
What the fuck are we doing? We're in 2024. Why the hell are there still 2D movies?
I want to go see Past Lives, but I want to actually have it jump out of the screen.
Yes,
you know?
thank you. I want what's that? Yeah, Training Day, or what's the Ethan Hawke movie? The other one where they date and there's 3 of them.
Before Sunrise.
Before Sunrise.
Yeah.
Imagine that in D-Box
Oh,
with the mist and all that.
that'd be
Fuck, man.
amazing.
Well, I've always said, I've always said, Sicko, Michael Moore.
Oh, dude, documentaries in
That'd be
3D.
3D. It'd be,
Yes.
Supersize Me. God rest his soul. Morgan.
Blackfish or
Blackfish,
Blackfish,
yeah, that was
yeah. Dude, Tiger King?
yeah,
Dude.
3D.
Joe Exotic could do stand up. Like, he
Yeah,
so
did you guys see
good.
the TV show of Tiger? Like the new TV show? They
Yeah,
made?
of course.
Better.
I loved it.
It was
I thought
better.
It was
Binged it. Don't
Binged the
binge
hell out of it.
much, but I binge that.
Yeah.
You know what? This is a hot take, but and I say this with respect, but do you guys think that Hawk to a Girl is kind of the new Joe Exotic? Like,
Yes.
Yeah, but
no, I see
but
where
better.
you. Yeah, but better.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
Like,
yeah.
with more to say.
I like to see a documentary on Hawk to a Girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, just
that
kind of.
would be fascinating.
Wouldn't that just be amazing?
It would be amazing because I don't know her backstory.
I don't
right?
know it.
I know her present. I know her present very
And I know
well,
her
but I don't know
future,
her
and it's
backstory.
bright, man. And she's
Yeah.
just, well, let's not call her Hawk to a Girl. It's so disrespectful.
It's Haley Walsh.
Haley Walsh.
And
She's not Hawk to a Girl anymore. Give, like,
you know what?
Haley, yes.
I think she's great and great in everything she does, but her against Mar wins.
Mar,
Yeah,
buddy.
Mar wins, but he has the experience. He has the years.
He's got the years, and it's like,
He has the
Hawk-
reps.
It's like, Haley, he's not going to be easy on you. He's Mar, and that's why we love him.
Yeah,
He's marred.
He's marred for a
If the
reason.
If the show was called Politically Incorrect, we're all surprised by the things he said.
Yeah,
but it's like,
guys.
for 500, Alex, what, rest his soul, what was Bill Maher's show in the 90s called? Politically Incorrect.
And yet we're surprised.
And you're
we're
surprised. Guys,
it's just
he
really
can't
Can't be
Why we
canceled.
like
He
him.
can't be canceled.
Imagine turning on Bill Maher
Yeah.
and he's not like controversial and he's not going there. You turn it off. You go, why? This is why I'm watching.
No, it's
it.
like
You can find that on any other channel.
Yeah, it's like it's like watching Avatar and not wanting to see water.
Yeah, being like, oh, I want to watch I want to watch
I want to watch Speed,
Exactly.
but I don't like buses.
Exactly.
Sorry, that don't make sense, and you're not in reality.
Some people
Lord of the
can't be
Rings,
helped.
but I don't like magical
Yeah.
Thank
things.
you. Yes.
That's what I was going for. Yeah.
the fuck?
This is just frick, man. Like, it's funny that we're like about an hour and a half, and now we bring up Mar, and it's like we could do 2 more of these. Like,
That's like a whole other podcast.
I guess we should save it for next time.
This is kind of a
we'll do
cliffhanger.
another one
Like,
of these.
honestly-
Yeah, we'll do another absolutely for sure. We just had to get some stuff off our chest.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Thank you, Canadian Entertainment Podcast, for
Yes.
having us on.
It's a
We're
great
Hilarity
show.
Strikes.
Yes.
And you know what? People get confused by us and stuff like that sometimes, but we're just weird. Well, they don't get. I'm just saying, like, we could blend. We're just like chameleons, right?
Yeah, we're 3 weirdos that fell in love with comedy. That's it. At the end
And
of the
if
day.
that's a crime, then Trudeau or
Lock me up.
Joe or the third funny thing, third funny one,
third-
Santa Claus, the president of the North. Yeah, and
I don't think we've said our names yet, so maybe we sign off with our names.
Yeah, we sign off.
Yeah.
Hello, my name is Shadow O'Neill. I am one of the members of Hilarity Strikes. I'm really pretty proud of it.
Follow
And
him
I'm-
on Facebook.
Literally follow me on Facebook. I'm the most awkward guy you've ever met. I'm just sorry. I just am.
well, you all know me, the angry Canadian, the original hipster comedian. But if you want a name, you know the name Hiker McGinley. Hiker McGinley.
Yeah, and I am Tilley Walker. And
Tilley hats, they're named after you, right?
yeah. That's the Tilley Walker. And thank you so much. And please, we'll be back.
We'll be back. We'll be back. And
Like, subscribe, share, whatever you wish.
you know what? Sometimes I think about crossing him out and the Hilarity Strikes. But what?
No, we can't do that.
We could 5-year plan. 5-year plan.
Every plan. Yeah.
Start a podcast.
Woo!
Hilarity Strikes out.
Do we do mic drop or no?
I don't know. Not that there's anything wrong with that.
And then there was silence.
Okay, turn it off.
Just turn off the camera. We got to turn
I'm
off.
gonna
We're
talk
gonna
for like another hour.
Stop filming.
Okay, stop filming. Okay, I'm turning off
Bye,
audio.
guys. Bye.
I'm turning off audio now.
Boop.